Hey everybody, welcome back to Crypto Kings. It's Matt, and in today's video, I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about what I believe is a really big announcement for the future of Shiba Inu. So if you guys are new, make sure to drop a like, subscribe for daily Shib vids. Let's get right into it. So if you guys haven't seen this, of course, we're sitting here right now at around 2283, which is 21% down on the day. And I know a lot of people are sitting there and shocked about this, and oh my god, look, man, we saw this coming. We knew this was going to happen. I'm glad it's happened sooner than later, because what this shows is essentially, in the past week here, this was a little volatile. Perhaps this was a little bit more than it should have grown. But what we can look forward to is, of course, watching where this sort of taper here ends, watching where, the sort of period of, reaccumulation for a lot of whales out there. Of course, the general public, I think, kind of dumped around this time, unfortunately. But again, we're watching really a period of consolidation. At least it looks like somewhere between around 25 and somewhere between 20. And that's probably going to be the status quo for a little bit, unless again it continues to fall through some of these key lines of support like I talked about earlier in my last video. This is kind of a line of support. 22 you could say is a line of support here, 21, 22. You could say another line of support here roughly is like 16. So there are a lot of different ones, 12. You could look at all of these and sort of make the assessment yourself. But the idea here is that over time we're going to monitor this and see whether or not it falls through those key lines of support. So hopefully with obviously good public sentiment and of course the announcement, which I'm going to talk about here in a second, Shib will have a rebound. But before I do, guys, if you guys haven't already checked out Webull, guys, link down below in the description. I talk about it every video because it is just so easy, you guys, to start over there. If you guys want to support me in the channel, we'll both get some free stocks. So top of the link down below in the description. You can buy Shiba Inu over there, so definitely do go ahead, make a Weebl account down below. It is so easy and the easiest 15-20 bucks you'll probably ever make in your life. So top of the link down below in the description. But yeah, guys, so the announcement I wanted to get into is from actually the official, Shib token here. And you guys can see here that they are talking about the fact that they have partnered with something called Now Payments, which, at first when you first hear that, you're like, oh my god, this is some, garbage crap, company here. But what's amazing here, and you guys will see later in this thread how influential they actually are. So they will onboard the Shib trifecta, of course, with Shib, Leash, and Bone, starting with Shib burning a percentage of every transaction. Heard that here, burning every transaction. So every time someone spends Shib using Now Payments, again, I don't know how much Shib this is going to be that's burned, but every time someone does this, they will receive, a little bit of Shib, of course. Shiba token will receive a little bit of that Shib and obviously have it burned, meaning that a little bit of it is going to go into the void. It's going to go to nowhere, making Shib deflationary, which obviously is fantastic. Now, on paper, it's still not technically deflationary yet, but this is a deflationary action, you could say, and I think that's fantastic. So, of course, there'll be more details to follow, yada yada. But the reply here is a manual burn would be so much more effective than utilizing a site nobody has heard of. And then Shaitoshi here responds. It says, "Never heard of Shopify or 1 million brands that use Shopify? Just because you never use the internet doesn't mean others don't either. Oh, and we have in-store payment solutions. But hey, if you want to manually burn your tokens, go right ahead, bro." Pretty amazing stuff. So apparently Shopify actually uses Now Payments here. So they said they're happy to contribute to the ecosystem, which is fantastic. Of course, I've never heard of these guys before, but again, if they are used by Shopify, and Shaitoshi has been very credible in the past, if they actually are what Shopify uses, that's freaking fantastic. Oh yeah, here you go on their website. WooCommerce is humongous. A lot of these are pretty big, man. Shopify especially. So if they're able to use this as a integration tool, that would be fantastic. That would be absolutely amazing. You guys can see, of course, there are all these different cryptos here. If you go to supported coins, I'm sure they'll show you here are all the ones that are, popular supported. All around, man, fantastic stuff. So in theory, if Now Payments is done correctly, you could go onto a Shopify dropshipping store and you could actually use Shiba Inu on Shopify. So Shopify is really accepting Shiba Inu in this sense. You know what I mean? So because there's no reason why not, right? If you want to use Now Payments on your Shopify store, looks like you can, and Shopify is basically going to accept that, which is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. And again, in the near future, I think the more things that accept crypto, obviously the better off we'll be. Once a lot of websites started accepting Bitcoin and Ethereum, obviously. I definitely do think that contributed to their run, and I think that SHIB definitely has a better chance of running here in Q4, obviously, if they are able to be accepted and taken in other places, which is just wonderful. So again, down 22%, obviously that's not wonderful, but I definitely do believe that in the near future, there will be a way for this to recover. Obviously, already we're seeing a little bit of bounce back. Really, you could look at this and say, okay, here's a tiny little bounce back. Here's a tiny little bounce back if it succeeds. Obviously these are very small candles, but it hasn't really seen a free fall. It's not, just a straight shot down. It's definitely fighting a lot of these lines. Of course, if we look at the relative strength index, obviously I'd love to check that. We're nearing the bottom of it, it looks like. So in theory, this could continue to go down, hit around here, and then we have a strong, sort of buying season right after that. So that is definitely possible with the relative strength index. If we are to check the Fibonacci retracement, which I love to do, that will analyze, in this instance, this most recent run. So that is what we're looking at here. So if we want to look at the most recent run here over the past really day or so, you guys see obviously it has the top here around 35, and it's headed all the way down. So essentially the past day of gains has been lost because it hit this zero line a good few times, and obviously according to the Fibonacci retracement, that is sort of a loss of all of the progress made. But thankfully it hasn't fallen through that line. So if this were to sort of continue to dive bomb through this line, obviously that would be very bad, but it's actually managed to bounce off of it twice, and you guys see that here. So that definitely does give me a good indicator. Obviously I think it's a good sign. Of course, if we could break past the 23.6% resistance or the 38.2% resistance, really the 50% resistance, this line here, man, would be like, this is like the granddaddy of Fibonacci recovery lines here. If we could break through this here, that looks like a very strong recovery, which you guys can see right here. If we could break through that, that would be an amazing recovery. So definitely looking forward to seeing that potentially happening. And of course, when that does, market cap will, continue to go back up. We're ranked number 20, which, is certainly not bad compared to a lot of other tokens on here. You guys see, of course, we were at one point ranked around 50. So we've managed to come past, a lot of other ones, Theta, FTX, definitely some big ones, ICP, which we passed, Matic, Polygon Matic. As crazy as it is, we have a higher market cap than Polygon Matic, which is ridiculous. So obviously a lot of coins on here that we are, definitely coming back, to take revenge against compared to some of the other tokens in the past. Obviously VeChain was beating us. All these other ones, were really leaving Shib in the dust for a while, but we've climbed rapidly from that 50 spot all the way up to 20. Out of all cryptocurrencies in the world, we are 20 in market cap, which is just wonderful. So that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe for daily Shiba Inu videos. My name is Matt. See you all on the next one. Peace.